global Indian, their journeys and our pride, where we celebrate the eminent Indian personalities of Wollongong who have achieved remarkable professional excellence, yet profoundly grounded and deeply committed to serving the community selflessly. Through this platform, we not only bring their inspiring journeys, stories of struggles and perseverance, but also highlight the core values which they stand for. These stories meant to inspire us and new immigrants, reminding that no dream is too big when driven by purpose and determination.
Our guests today truly exemplify the journey. We are honored to have Dr. Sharath Tamane and Dr. Lalitha Tamane with us. Dr. Sharath Tamane, known as Dr. Tamane to many, Sharath to some, and Sir to me, is a well-known ENT surgeon and the president of IACA, actively involved in serving and strengthening the community. Dr. Lalitha Tamane is an accomplished allergist who has been a strong pillar of support in Dr. Tamane's journey. Together, they reflect partnership, resilience, and a shared commitment to giving back to the society. It's a pleasure to have you both on our show, sir.
Thank you, Sandhya.
Sir, first question I would like to ask you about your surname. We all call you as Dr. Tamane. Is that correct?
No. Actually, the name, as said in Maharashtra, where I come from, is Tamhane.
Oh.
And that's why the spelling is Tamhane. Unfortunately, the name, even in Maharashtra, where people of all communities come together, except for the Maharashtrian community, it's all become Tamane, Tamane, or any other form.
Oh.
Depend on how you read the letters written. But it's actually Tamane.
All right, sir. That brings back to a question about the birth origin of yours, and where did you come from, and your childhood, your family. Because most of us know only the top stories of yours as an ENT surgeon and an ICA president. We would like to know more about your family, sir.
Basically, I am a Maharashtrian, a Kayastha Maharashtrian. So we are non-vegetarian Maharashtrians. Brahmin Maharashtrians are vegetarians. Kayasthas are always non-vegetarians. We are basically fish eaters. We come from a section of Maharashtra originated from the Konkan area, and in about 100 years ago, the Kayasthas from the Konkan area spread to central and all over Maharashtra. Mainly a community of professionals, and Kayasthas, as known all over India, are basically the fighters or the Kshatriyas. So we are a Kshatriya community. Original ancestors were military people, but as warriors. But as things have evolved, they have become all professionals. So in our community, you'll find a lot of lawyers, doctors, accountants, and all different professions. So we are all professionals and highly educated community.
And what about your family, sir?
See, my family, my father is a lawyer. My grandfather was a lawyer. My mother went to university in the 30s, and all my mother's sisters are educated. They all went to university. 3 of them are doctors, 3 of them are graduates. My father's father was a lawyer. My mother's father was a lawyer and practicing successful lawyers. My mother's brothers are all, my mother's mamas, so grandmother's brothers, are again doctors and lawyers. My father's brothers were doctors and lawyers. So we are all a very successful upper middle class society in Maharashtra.
So that must have inspired you to become a doctor or a lawyer. You had any choices?
When we grew up, So many cousins were doctors. My elder sister was a doctor. My younger sister is a doctor. So both my sisters are doctors. So I had no choice. Either become an engineer or a doctor. If you didn't achieve that, you are a failure.
Oh, that's how we Indians think. So
That's how it went, yes.
So where did you study your medical school?
I studied in Mumbai at the Grant Medical College. My elder sister was there, my younger sister went there, and my cousins went there.
So
our
did
whole
you
family-
also work there, or?
After I finished my graduation, I was a houseman and a registrar there, and then I became an ENT registrar till I got my qualification in ENT. That is MS ENT, Bombay University. But in medicine, for anyone who is aspiring doctor or who has qualified as a doctor, getting opportunities and picking them up at the right time is what decides your career.
Then I want to ask you one more question about was Lalita ma'am a classmate of yours, and how did you meet her, and how did you think that she was your she's going to be your best half for you and best partner for you?
The story can be long or short. In the medical college, I was, besides a medical student, I was involved in all the activities of the college. And Grand Medical College in those days was socially a very, very active place. And I was one of the first ones elected unopposed to become a cultural secretary.
And was she in the same college?
When I was the cultural secretary, she joined in first MBBS. And I don't know, I saw her and I liked her. And
what about you, ma'am?
See, I joined the same college in 1965, and we were so new at that time. And somehow, what actually happened was we wanted tickets for one of the programs, and the tickets were very extremely hard to get. So somehow I contacted him and I asked him for the tickets. And where people were getting 2 and 3 tickets, I got 23. I still remember the number.
Because he was already fond of you, so that's how the spark began.
Yeah.
So
she could bring her whole class to the program. So our chief guest that time, that year, was Raj Kapoor and his wife.
okay.
And with Raj Kapoor coming as a chief guest for the show, then Mukesh becomes a definite presence there.
Yes.
So Mukesh has to sing some song. Then his brother-in-law Rajendra Nath, the comedian,
Yes.
he had to be there. Talat Mahmood then called him and he said, look, I don't get enough work these days in the movies. So my fees are 800 rupees.
Okay.
I will come, I will sing. I'll come at any time you ask me to sing, I'll sing. But my fee is 800 rupees.
It's for Talat Mahmood.
Yes. So we accepted that straight away. Mahendra Kapoor, of course, he came without any fees and as a guest, and he sang. Then we had Mukesh singing. So we had a lot of prominent singers. Oh yeah.
Sir, a personal question. How was Raj Kapoor on live, like to see him?
There are few people who have made an impression on me. Raj Kapoor was one of them. Dilip Kumar was one of them. K.L. Kirloskar was one of them. And one of my uncles was one of them. These people, you just look at them and the glow on their faces any time of the day or evening, it's just unbelievable.
Sir, but I have a doubt. You look so handsome even today. So at that era, you must have been really dashing when Lalita ma'am fell for you. Why didn't they offer you a film then? I'm sure they would have tempted, or maybe you were a focused doctor, maybe.
One thing I could never do is sing or dance or perform.
Oh.
I could never do any of that.
When everything was happening so beautifully to you, sir, when you passed and you were working in Mumbai and which was Bombay then, what is that decision which actually made you to think that it's time to leave India and come to Australia, and that to a place called Wollongong?
See, if you look at the psychology of the whole college community, the medical school community, was the general feeling was that you do an MS, you qualify as a specialist, but the training is not complete.
Okay.
And in Bombay in those days, you had to go overseas to complete your training. So you either went to the UK or you went to the States.
Oh,
Australia at that stage was not on the horizon.
okay.
But Lata had a cousin who was a director at Tata's at the telco factory in Pune.
Yes.
And they were collaborating with one Australian firm to produce Tata trucks with them, Dalgety Tata trucks in Australia.
Okay.
Getting a visa to any of these countries was difficult. So after having passed and after having done my MS, I met him at Lata's place. He was visiting, he was there. So he said, why don't you go to Australia? It's a beautiful country. I've been there, everything is right. The universities are excellent. Why don't you go there? So he said, going there is for you to say it's all right, but application and the whole thing process is very long. So you don't worry about that. I'll arrange it for you. And after having said that, 3 months later, he rang to say, your visas are ready. When do you want to go?
USA.
All right. So by then you both got married, or you were about to
We
moved?
were not allowed to get married till I got my post-graduation.
Oh, okay.
And I
Lata got
finished
a
my
MBBS.
Oh, that was the old school. Like that's how we were. Yes.
So we got married in 1970.
So before moving to Australia, or
Yeah,
after?
for me.
Yes.
All right.
We
Then.
got married in 1970. I had my first child in 72.
Okay.
And when he was 9 months old, we came to Australia.
Australia. When did you arrive?
So Sharad came in 72 July and I came in 72 December,
All right.
23rd of December.
So what was Australia, and especially did you come straight to Wollongong or
No.
any other place?
So Sharad was in Gosford and that's where I went. And it was quite a big shock because in those days Gosford used to be sort of place for retirement. There were no young people there at all. When you go to the shopping center, it's just full of old people, and that was something. It was difficult for me to accept because it was difficult to make friends as well. And
It was so cheap those days. You could go to the supermarket, fill your trolley up with whatever you wanted, and your bill used to be $25.
Oh.
it was very cheap.
I think our viewers will be interested to know more about Australia then and Australia
Yes.
now.
It's very, very
See,
cheap.
the interesting thing was, I came to Sydney on Monday. Wednesday, I was in Gosford Hospital with a job, working. When I got the job, the superintendent took me around the hospital himself. Then he took me to a small 2-bedroom fibro house, but he said, this is going to be your quarters, and walked me into the house. The first thing I saw was the kitchen with a fridge, there was no vacuum cleaner, fridge, sink, everything clean, dining table. Then he showed me the lounge, which was carpeted, already had a TV, furniture, and showed me the bedrooms, which had beds completely made. So when he left and said, this is the house for you, I was just curious as to what everything is. So I went and opened the fridge. I said, let's see what the fridge is, whether it's working. Coming from India, you doubt whether it will be working or not.
Absolutely.
And to my shock and to my complete surprise, the fridge was full of food. There was milk, there was cheese, there was butter, there was bread, name it,
Different
juices,
Oh,
jams, everything was there. I would say that actually the standards now are not with that 60s was a very prosperous area.
prosperous thing, because maybe too many people, too many
I
things.
don't know what it is.
Everything was quite cheap because when I was working in one of the psychiatric hospitals, we were given 4-bedroom house, a regular house with a huge garden, and the rent they were taking was $5.
Oh,
That's with electricity and everything.
now we don't get even a pen for $5,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No.
Ma'am, then that brings a question to you because I'm very curious. How did you manage your daily chores and cooking? And sometimes, if you're running tight, you wanted to access some food from outside, maybe you're craving for Indian food. Did you have so many options for Indian restaurant? Did you have the first question comes? Did you have an Indian restaurant?
No,
Indian shop?
there weren't too many Indian restaurants, probably one or two. Indian government had started a restaurant called Mayur.
Okay.
So the chefs, the three chefs had come from India, and this two of them still have restaurants. I don't know
Okay.
whether you've heard of Abhi's in Stratfield.
I heard about this
Yes,
restaurant
so he
while
was one
Googling
of
it,
the
yeah.
first ones
Oh,
to start. Yes,
He had a restaurant in the city there.
all
Yeah.
right. What about Indian shops? You had Indian
there
shops?
used to be one shop in Bondi, and it was owned by a Jewish person who came from Baikala in Bombay.
Unbelievable, sir. Jewish person owning an
Yeah.
Indian. So you used to get all the grocery what we actually
Only
want?
not regularly because the ship would come every 3 months.
Okay.
So as soon as the ships arrived, we would get a lot of food. It wasn't good quality.
And every Indian in Sydney would make a beehive there. So on the weekend, you go to the shop and it's just
Oh.
fully crowded. Easy Moses was his name. He was very impatient. So he used to try to hurry you up and he used to be very pushy to get out of the shop as soon as you buy.
Did
He
you
had all-
get so much of choice like we get now? We didn't have
So we used to get most of the lentils,
lentils.
yes, but not regularly.
Okay.
And they were not good quality.
At the time, did you ever feel that why did we come here?
No.
So when did you move to Wollongong from Gosford?
So
And-
from Gosford we went to Sydney,
okay.
where we were there for about 4 or 5 years till Sharath finished his training. And after he completed his training and he passed his exams, then the whole world was like open for us.
Okay.
So that's the time we decided to come to
Wollongong.
Wollongong
All
because we
right.
knew few people here.
Oh, that's how. So was Wollongong the same like now,
Oh, no.
or was the surgery what you run now is the same one, or
No, when we first, the surgery is the same. When we first came to Wollongong, we didn't have even a highway.
okay?
Traveling to Wollongong was on the old Princess Highway through all the suburbs of Helensburgh and down the coastal road.
All right.
So it was a long journey.
All right.
And then the freeway was built, but initially there was always a toll there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd stayed in Sydney, you would have a practice in Macquarie Street and you would have another practice somewhere in Western Sydney or Penrith.
Okay.
So you waste time traveling, you
All
waste
right.
time
Okay.
going. And I made a trip to Penrith once to have a look at where I would be if I started in Macquarie Street. And it was on a summer's day. It was so hot in Penrith that once I made the trip, I decided I'm not doing that at all.
And the Great Western Highway wasn't there then.
Oh.
So the trip took time, it was hot. Those days the cars were not as comfortable as they are now. Although
Yeah. What was your first car? I wanted to ask when you came to Australia.
We had a Datsun.
but we had a big 6-cylinder Datsun
Oh,
with
really?
all the comforts in it.
Okay.
It was about 18 or 2 months old, or
Okay.
2 years old,
Good.
but the car cost us $1,800.
All
And
right.
the manual.
Okay. So you had so many petrol stations
Oh,
and
yes.
gas stations.
That was there. But the best BMW was $16,000 then.
Oh.
And petrol was 49 cents a gallon.
Gallon.
There was no liters then.
Oh, okay. So it's all changed now,
It
isn't
is
it?
changed.
So, ma'am, then you came and you said you already had a child. So it must be difficult for your career to,
Yes.
because you had to look after. So,
In those days, there weren't any child minding centers or
yes.
Yeah, so we had to leave the baby either with like a private person. But it was very, very difficult. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
See, for a little while, for a few months, my mother came. Then again, after that, Sharath's mother came, and it still wasn't working. So then my mother said, why don't you send, that's only my oldest son Ashwin to India for a little while. So he went for 6 months, then he came back, and it just kept on going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you must be cooking that time.
Yeah, we were cooking.
Cooking, and so what is your favorite dish Dr. Mane would demand from you? He would like Marathi food or
Always Maharashtrian food.
Maharashtrian
Yes.
food. So what is that, sir? Which favorite of yours, Maharashtrian food?
Any basic Maharashtrian food,
Yeah.
vegetarian or non-vegetarian. Luckily
he
for me,
enjoys
Lata has
fish.
always been a good cook.
Okay.
So even though she's a Brahmin, she was a complete vegetarian till she met me.
All right, that's very interesting.
She learned to cook non-vegetarian food after she met me.
Okay.
But she learned from my mother. She took her recipes and from anyone she could meet.
So because you've been my ex-boss, I've worked with you, so I've always seen you in the clinic, working late evenings, and also I've always seen you in Wollongong Hospital operating. So I don't know, I dare ask you a question. What are your hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
I've had a lot of hobbies. I would have liked to pursue them, but because, see, coming into Australia as a newcomer, new migrant, settling down, first getting your fellowship so that you can practice, and once you get into practice, to establish a good practice, hard work is the first thing you have to do.
Yeah. Okay.
And one good thing was I never hesitated doing hard work.
Hard. Yeah. You all know
One
that, sir.
good thing was I didn't have to worry about home because Lata looked after home and the children very well.
So from the cultural secretary to ENT's busy ENT surgeon, somewhere that touch for hobbies have faded.
Yeah, it had to, because weekend was the only time I got. Saturday morning was completely gone. 1 in 2, there was a time in Wollongong where I was the only ENT surgeon. So I would be on call almost all the time anyway. So Lata looked after the house. Luckily, she looked after it so well, so I had no responsibility. I didn't have to do anything in the house. So I could devote my time to the practice.
All right. Ma'am, then if you wanted to buy Indian costumes or something, you had to wait to go to India?
In those days, yes.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
And then I think after that, in Flemington, I really couldn't make out at that time whether there was Telugu or Tamil, or used to be a South Indian shop. And he used to get saris. One lady used to bring, and she used to have exhibition there. So that used to happen once a year. So all of us would, go
together.
and
That's
shop
something
and buy.
everyone, all our viewers will be very happy to know all these developments, how the Australia transformed to what we get here. Because now
the interesting thing was in Wollongong, the Indian community was not very big, and so was the Pakistani community wasn't big.
okay.
So we were all very good friends.
Yeah.
All the
Okay.
Pakistani doctors, all the Indian doctors, we were excellent friends. We were great neighbors,
Yeah.
and we met regularly. Went to each other's house for parties, dinners, and some of them we are still friendly with. We used to have cricket matches.
And now
Curiosity.
slowly all that has changed. So there's a Maharashtrian group, Telugu group, Tamil group.
What do you say about that, sir? Is it very healthy, or what do you think?
I personally feel that no matter where you come from in India, when you go out on the street, you get branded as Indians. And when you get branded as Indians, we have to be united. But as a community on display in Wollongong, we should all be seen as the Indian community together. And having 2 dedicated functions like the Independence Day, which is extremely important. And I feel very sad when the Independence Day function is not well attended, especially by the young Indians. And
It's a good
Diwali is
message.
another big function that we had to celebrate together. And then the rest of the year you can do your own different things, associations, everything together. But ICA should be supported on these 2 days.
Absolutely, sir. So, breaking a little bit in a lighter side, what is your favorite genre of music, or ma'am, what's your favorite music?
I don't like heavy classical music
Okay.
because I really don't understand.
Okay.
But some of those classical songs I can enjoy.
So, what
Okay.
was your, like in Hindi, who was your favorite singer that time, or a song which you think you love all the time? What kind of songs you like?
For Lata,
Mhm.
it's Bollywood.
Okay.
I think Mukesh and Talat, not Talat, but Mohammed
Yeah.
Rafi,
All right.
and of course Lata Mangeshkar would be a favorite.
Okay.
So she tends to listen more to Bollywood music.
All right.
And then, see, we being Maharashtrian, um, uh, Maharashtrians are very fond of plays. There are lots of plays,
Yes.
and there are musical plays,
Yes.
and all those songs from musical
Yes.
plays, we really enjoy them.
So there's a term for Rangasal thing. What is that term? sir?
Natya Sangeet.
Natya Sangeet.
Bhimsen Joshi is my
All right.
favorite. I can listen to him any time of the day and night. Now Kaushiki is my favorite.
Okay.
I can listen to her
Anytime.
Natya Sangeet. Natya Sangeet I enjoy quite a lot.
Okay.
And then I go on, switch on to
But see,
Bhimsen.
Natya
also.
Sangeet is also being revived at present.
Yes. Yes.
So we listen to that quite a bit, and there are movies based on Natya Sangeet.
So who is more romantic, you or Sharad sir? Who actually proposed to first to who? Is it
I
ma'am?
remember that.
I don't think our relationship grew as over from the time we were 19
Naturally.
and then as time evolved and as the exams came closer, so we asked at home, before even proposing, it was taken for granted that we were going to marry each other. So it was a matter of when we were going to get married. So we were told not before we got the exams. So as soon as the exams were done, it's time for marriage.
So because as soon as I joined medical college, I was introduced to him, and since then we've been going out together.
So I'll ask you a question, sir. What did she wear for the wedding? What color she wore? I would not ask much, but maybe the color can.
I think it was orange, if I'm not wrong.
Is it
Right.
correct? Oh my goodness, that's you get all the points, sir. Now. And what did he wear?
Yeah, he wore a suit, of course, at the reception time, and just kurta and pajama, I think.
All right. Ma'am, now the question comes to you. You said you are an allergist. Can you specify what does that mean? Maybe most of our viewers wouldn't be knowing about it.
So I was practicing allergy, mainly to do with nasal allergies, something that's related to ENT,
Okay.
as well as skin allergy.
Affects the nose,
Nose.
allergy-wise.
All right.
So you
Yeah.
do the test and food comes
Yeah.
into it. And it's related because the food can give rise to skin problems
Okay.
also, and allergy can give rise to skin problems.
So initially, when I came to Sydney, I was working in the a psychiatric hospital, mainly because they gave me a house as well.
Okay.
So that was very important, and it was a cheap house too. And
right in the center, it was in Cannon Park.
Okay.
So
that's in Roselle,
Roselle.
Balmain area.
Balmain
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
So
So that was a good house. And from there, when Sharad decided to come to Wollongong, so we moved straight to Wollongong from there. Yes.
So coming to, what do you think your proud achievements, and not only the achievements, maybe the journey wouldn't be without any challenges, isn't it? There must be few challenges, and
my life, I would describe as a charmed life.
oh,
I don't think there were really great problems growing up, school, university, medical school. Everything fell in place as I grew.
okay.
We supported each other, we did a lot together.
See, our wages when we first arrived was around $175 a week.
Oh,
And we used to still manage to save out of that.
Not week, fortnight.
Fortnight.
We used to get $160. I used to get $166 a fortnight. And no overtime. You did overtime, didn't get paid for it. Till Whitlam came when I was at Prince Alfred, and we got back pay. And suddenly we got checks of $7,000 and $9,000. See, for people who come in now, they are struggling when they first come. A lot of them come with children. They have doctors who've been here for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, who are well settled, doing very well. So they have something to look up to and feel, oh, when am I going to that stage? Everyone who has come here will go through the initial struggles and reach there. We tend to ignore the people who have served at the university and served with distinction. Doctors are in the forefront because there are more of them, but we can't forget the services provided by the people in the university, and they have done it with distinction. Besides that, then we had a few come in to the steelworks, and they are again qualified engineers, very well qualified engineers. So their contribution is also great. There are distinguished Indian people who have served at the university, who have served as engineers, and now a lot of people in IT are coming in and who are holding very good, responsible jobs and contributing a lot to society. And they have contributed to IICA more. They are talented, like you too. You have a lot of talent. You sing. Nagesh does everything. He produces, he directs, he can perform. So there's a lot of contribution by other people.
Well said, sir. So what about your children?
Now I've got two boys.
Yes.
The older one, he did engineering, and then he did his business management.
Okay.
So he's now working in Westpac.
All right.
And my younger son is a doctor,
Okay.
and he's a radiologist.
And we got 4 grandchildren,
Oh.
and
Oh my
two each,
Okay.
and all 4 of them are doing very well.
Oh, a busy family now.
Busy
That's good.
family, yes.
Generally, what is your advice to all Indians how we should be here to
First of
have
all,
a harmony life?
Don't bring your Indian problems to Australia. So don't bring your political problems. Don't bring your communal problems. You come to Australia as an Indian. You come focused to do well in whatever profession you want to do well. Australia will give you all the opportunities.
Finally, what are your proud achievements?
The best thing I was able to do was in practice ENT, keep up with all the new developments of ENT. If you look at what training I had in the 60s and then a little more advanced in Australia till in the 70s, which is way behind what progress has taken place since then.
That's nice, sir. So, what I came to know about your whole journey is it's been a very nice, planned. What I feel is you have never planned, but it just went very well
Fell into
because
place, whatever you wanted
everything
to.
because you were a hard-working person and you took whatever came on your way. That's the biggest inspiration to all of us. Like it's a lesson to all of us. And what I've seen you contributing to the community despite being so busy is commendable, sir. And also the services you've given to all of us. Whenever we call, sir, I have a problem, and you used to give the first appointment to all of us. That's the greatest contribution I can think of, what you've given to all our community people. And we are very proud to have you as an IICA president. You're so sorted, you're focused. The things what you told about how we should live in Australia, that shows you are a good leader. That's how the IICA is stabilized and it's in good hands. I feel so proud and we are so honored to have you both and sharing all your life journeys and your stories. Many people must be feeling very amusing to know all about this because we only know you as Dr. Mane and Dr. Lata Tamane. So pleasure to talk with you, sir. And I hope you enjoyed sharing your journeys with me too.
And may I take this opportunity to thank the Indian community. Speaking different languages, having different customs, we still are keeping together. We have not splintered as yet like Sydney. And I hope we remain together always. We support each other always and do functions the Independence Day and Diwali,
Absolutely,
we
sir.
celebrate together. The rest of the functions, people can do what they want.
So under your leadership, I'm sure we'll stay strong and we'll be together. So we will end the show
Yeah.
with
Thank you.
such a nice conversation. Thank you for being with us today.